This is the font off a military lantern made by the Akron Lamp Manufacturing Company. Lantern, gasoline, leaded fuel. And it was made in 1944. That's what it says right here, stamped into the base of it. Problem I've got is it's broken. When I went to try and fire up the lamp, you can't put any fuel in it because it is broken. This is called a low pressure lantern, and a low pressure lantern won't hold a lot of pressure in the tank, evidently. I don't know if that was a design flaw or just because somebody pumped it up too high, but this tank is split in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. It is not repairable. You can't weld that up. It's a pressure tank. You don't want to take something, especially something that thin. And okay, maybe you could take a TIG torch and weld it up and do all that, and then what do you got? You've got a tank that you can't trust. So I've decided I'm going to disassemble this thing and sell the parts. I have all the parts. I got the base, little ring that goes underneath the lamp. I got the globe. I've got the shroud or vent, and I have the frame that holds the globe in. This holds the lantern mantle there, and this is the frame that holds the thing, and it's the manifold, makes it all work. I have the little funnel that came with it. I got the fuel tank cap. I've got all the fittings, parts and pieces. I have the pump. I have the cap for the storage compartment. I have the little wrench that came with the lantern. Now this is supposed to have, yep, it still does. This has got the little picker on the side of it there that you use to clean out the end of the generator. This little jet right there. Use that picker to go in there and clean out the junk. This is the generator itself. Have the little nut that goes with it, and of course it has a little jet there. This little funnel is kind of cool. I thought that was the thing that I bought it for. I bought it at a garage sale because it had this little funnel attached to it. Cap was anchored to the side of this thing in that little bump out there, and then this was also attached to it. So you could take that little funnel and put it into the fill spout, pour it, take the funnel out, put the cap back on, and not lose anything out in the field. Which is nice if you're off on a bivouac somewhere trying to get your lantern going, and you go to fuel it up and you drop the cap on the ground, and then you're kind of screwed. Also, this made it so you didn't splash fuel all over the place. And since this was made in 1944, there's a chance that it got involved in the Great War. But because the tank is broken, I'm not going to sell it as a working unit, just because someone might try and use it. If somebody wants to buy this thing, and I will sell the tank, it's going to be a display piece. Somebody wants to have a way to show how great Uncle Ernie or Dad or Grandpa had their camp set up in the war, they can use this as a static piece. They'll have to buy all the pieces and parts because I looked at it and the price of the unit by itself is zip squat. I mean, nobody wants them. If it doesn't work, selling the lamp is kind of a waste. But selling the pieces, everybody wants a new generator for their lamp that Grandpa left them. The problem I'm running into, this fitting is anchored in there solidly. Now I don't know if it's because this was over tightened. It can't have rusted in there because this is steel and that's brass. It just won't rust. Now this tank has been sitting absolutely dry for as long as I've owned it. I have the cap open, I have the pump open, and everything. This is vented out. It won't go pop on me. See, nothing. Let's see if heating that up is going to make it so I can get this valve out. There we go. There we go. That'll be a handy thing for somebody. I'm sure that somebody has screwed this up. People tend to try and take these apart by just cranking the brass stem out of that valve and run it right on through the cap. That takes it on out through the packing, and the screw threads cut a groove in the packing, and next thing you know, you got a leak. Warming this up a little bit didn't hurt it. It's hot enough I don't want to grab it, but it'll be all right. This is soft soldered in place, so that's probably set back up and anchored itself back down. Yep. Not going to be leak tight, but then of course the tank has got 5 splits in it, 2 inches long.
If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.